Hi, everybody, and welcome in. It's time for another episode of Ask the Expert, sponsored by the fine folks from HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness. Thanks so much for being with us. This is Tony Caridi, and I am delighted to be joined today by a full studio of some of the best certified athletic trainers and beyond. We even throw a doctor in as well. Joining us on the program today, Tim Turner is the clinical director of HealthWorks Fairmont location. We are joined as well by Bob Cable, the longtime athletic trainer at Fairmont State University. He's the Senior Associate Athletic Director for Athletics for Sports Medicine and Game Day Coverage, and by Dr. Nguyen, who is the Chair of the Division of Athletic Training at WVU. Gentlemen, thanks so much for being with us. It's our pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
It is a special time. Every year, the month of March is always a very special time because it's the one month where we recognize and we honor the folks that are in your business. And we're talking about certified athletic trainers. And something is going on here at West Virginia University and really across the country in the evolution of this profession of certified athletic trainers and the athletic training curriculum. Now, I'll give you my little background, and then you guys can jump in here. A lot of people perhaps don't realize that West Virginia University is considered one of the best athletic training curriculums in all of college sports. Over 500 athletic training students have graduated from the program, and they are truly around the world doing it. And this goes back to the program's creation when John Spiker first came to West Virginia University and built this program. Well, now new things are happening. And so, Dr. Nguyen, if we could kind of start, give people a perspective as to what has happened here curriculum-wise at West Virginia within this profession.
Yeah, and so probably the major thing is this is in response to a nationwide professional change where now the degree level is at the graduate master's degree level. And so trying to keep up with and continue the tradition that WVU athletic training has had with its great sports medicine, athletic training type culture and tradition, we have now moved it to the School of Medicine up to now the master's degree level. And so being in the School of Medicine provides us so many opportunities. Now we're with so many other health professionals. And when we get into the curriculum, it's still grounded in good traditional athletic training. We just now are upping it to a standard where it meets and goes beyond what the national requirements are with it.
All right, so basically it strengthens that WVU grad, and that WVU diploma has just become strengthened within the eyes of the community.
Yeah, and it has. We're going to add on to it the curriculum. We're really focusing on a lot more clinical experience. So really getting them at our high-level athletics events, working with our high-level preceptors or the supervisors that are going to continue to provide them a high level of education and training that will allow them to exceed better than any program in the country.
That's fantastic. Bob, put it into perspective, if you would. I mentioned John Spiker's name, and you're a great friend of his, and through the years you have seen this program grow. Let's go way back. Where was it, and how has it evolved?
Well, at one point, it was actually an internship-based type of program where you went in and you worked clinical hours under a certified athletic trainer. When you'd reach the clinical hours level that you needed, you would be able to set for the test. In 1993, though, they did away with that and went to strictly a curriculum-based. And, it was just one of those evolutions. It's part of the evolution, and that's where we're at now. We're just taking another step to try to make us a better profession.
Tim, put it into perspective, if you would, and Doc commented on this, but put it into perspective what the WVU brand is in the world of the athletic training curriculum.
Well, like you mentioned, we have over 500 graduates that are out in the workforce in some capacity. And that network of the WVU brand exceeds far beyond athletic training, but particularly in the athletic training world, in the physical medicine world, we can always pull from the John Spikers or the Bob Cables that have gone through that curriculum and can give some insight into their experience and their knowledge with the field of athletic training.
Doctor, if you would, what does this transition that is being made, what does that open up as far as opportunities for people that may be interested in this field that perhaps weren't there before?
Yeah, I think it opens up another option to pursue a professional program. I think there are a lot of students that are going through undergraduate education at 17, 18 years old as a freshman. They're trying to be forced to make a decision of what they want to do. This allows an opportunity or another option for them as they continue to grow educationally to get into a field that truly is something they're devoted to. It's the mixture of both medicine and sports, and that combination is another great opportunity for these students.
Yeah. Our topic here today, in addition to talking a little bit here about the curriculum and how it's transitioning and how it's opened up for opportunities, is sports medicine as a whole. And I think, guys, you can offer an incredibly interesting perspective because not only has the curriculum changed, well, guess what? So has so much of your world that you live in, how treatment, we got to keep this in mind. We often talk about, what are some of the great things that we've learned through space travel? Well, those discoveries in space travel have come back down, and in the everyday life, now you can do this, that. Well, in athletic training, right? The expediency that you guys need to have to get someone back onto the field, onto the court, also translates to common people when they also are injured, right? I mean, day in and day out, you guys are using those techniques, transferring those into everyday life. And I think that a lot of times people might think sports medicine, I'm not an athlete, but in so many ways, right? You guys are utilizing those techniques.
Definitely, and I utilize that in the clinic daily. So even though we're a sports medicine outpatient orthopedic physical therapy clinic, we may see some athletes, but we may also see some older geriatric population. The principles still apply, though. If you overload a system, if you stress the system appropriately, they're going to continue to excel at being able to do functional things, and then that's when we push people towards goals. Athletes are no different. They just need a bigger magnitude of loading or a bigger magnitude of stress in order to excel.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. We are joined by Tim Turner, who you just heard there, clinical director at the HealthWorks location in Fairmont. Bob Cable is the senior associate athletic director for athletics and sports medicine at Fairmont State University. And Dr. Nguyen is the chair of the Division of Athletic Training at WVU. There is a HealthWorks for You seminar which will be taking place on Thursday night, April the 2nd, beginning at 7 o'clock at HealthWorks Maple Drive location. It's free. It's open to the public, and they'll be talking about some of these topics in detail. So put that on your calendar, and that'll be coming up very, very soon. Stay with us. We've got a lot more to get into. WAJR's Ask the Experts continues right after this.